All right, y'all. What is up? Welcome back to another episode. It's. I heard the mic go up and it's just like.
I'm just thinking of like, it's because just ignore me.
So welcome back to another episode of the Unconventional Connections podcast, where we make unconventional connections. You know what it is. I'm your host for this week, and I am joined as always by my co-hosts Isidro and Beto. And today we're gonna be talking about YouTube and just YouTube videos, YouTube channels, and stuff like that. Like what our favorite YouTube channels are and stuff, apart from the Unconventional Connections, because I know that's all of our favorites, and also you who's watching, I know that's your favorite. But yeah, any of you guys have any specifics? Like what's your go-to, not necessarily channel, but like stuff that you watch on YouTube?
Okay, before we continue, I want to point something out. The reason why I was dying was because I reread or rethought about the fact that you said we were going to talk about YouTube channels, and all other stuff. Uh-huh. I need you, the public, to understand that I was alive when YouTube was becoming a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was also part of the YouTube community that would watch very obscene things on YouTube, okay?
Oh,
because back in the day, there was no censorship. There was no demonetization. No. Back in the day, it was, you want to see someone die, you type that in YouTube and it would pop up. And if it was and if it was taken down, you could just go to I think it was called X videos or something like that, or RedTube or something like that. Some of these may be sites. Do not look them up. But it was one of those two. It was one of those two.
I think both of those are no sites.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Thank God you don't have access.
Wait, isn't like the like one of the popular ones for videos like that, like Live Leaks or something like that? I remember that one was always mentioned whenever I saw like videos about like.
Okay, yeah, don't look up RedTube. Like... That is definitely okay. There was There was one called There was one. Oh wow, I could do that. I didn't know I could do that. Anyways, I just pressed a random button on my keyboard and it went full screen. Awesome. I don't know that. It was literally.
That'll come in handy in RedTube for later.
No, I swear to God, one of them was called something like that, and it was YouTube.
It could have been that like either one of those sites maybe beforehand was something like that, but then it kind of just devolved into adult content and whatnot. But then I don't know.
Well, anyways, you could look it up if it was taken down.
Yeah, you.
There was other ways to find it.
Yeah, there was other ways to find, especially like I feel like there was a lot more before YouTube became like the go-to place like for watching videos online. I think there was a good amount of different like video websites that you would want. I know like
Vimeo, Dailymotion, stuff like that.
Dailymotion, I remember. I think Dailymotion is still a thing.
Yeah, but it sucks.
Then I know Vimeo, I think, is the other one.
Vimeo's one of them.
That's all I know.
Yeah, that's about all in terms of like just like watching like online videos or content stuff. Other than like, of course, like live streaming and stuff like that. Those are like their own thing.
Well, my point is, I started dying because I thought about the fact that back in the day, pirating wasn't an issue. Animated music videos or anime music videos were popular. That's how Linkin Park got so popular, because people would put the song Numb on top of the episode where Rock Lee's fighting Gaara from Naruto, and like it would be so out of sync, and they would still have the subtitles, right? Like it wasn't like an actual music video. It was just that scene, but with that song over it, and everybody else was just muted, right? Yeah. And then sometimes they'll do the thing where they'll flash from like one anime to a different just for like the action sequences. That's just so cool. But I also remember that it wasn't censored, and you wouldn't get in trouble if you said like really horrendous stuff. So YouTube, before it got all like really like bitchy about you have to watch our 2 ads for 5 minutes of videos because we're broke for whatever reason. It was crazy. It was a great place to be because you had you used to have one of my favorite was Ani cartoons, and that motherfucker was crazy. Like that was a lot of stuff. There was animations, and there was a lot of stuff there that you probably shouldn't be watching as a kid because then it messes you up. Like it really does mess you up because some of the comedy was very dark, and like, but it was funny. You know what I mean? Like it was funny. You know, like if you ever seen the Ronald Weasley doing the Wingardium Leviosa, and it's like a whole video.
Yeah.
After some years, it became a song, but everybody who knows Harry Potter at this point knows it's Leviosa, and it's like the video, right? And it's and it's Ron lifting Hermione's skirt. Like it's not for kids, that's for sure. But it's like for the time that it was completely different. You know what I mean? And it's funny that you mentioned that. It's funny that I put it into perspective because my nephews watch some dumbass shit, and I'm like, that's brain rot at its finest. Like I never knew what the word brain rot meant until I listened to what my watched and listened to what my nephews were watching, and it's literally stuff that it's funny because it triggers like your instinct to laugh, not because it's actually funny. You know what I mean? Like the best way I can explain it to you is Unny Cartoons, right? Has a cartoon where it's like all the Final Fantasy characters. I can literally act out that entire video because I watched it so many times. But it's funny to me because it's about a video game that I sort of kind of played. The jokes are funny. You might have to censor it, but I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite parts of this joke, right? Cloud, a character from Final Fantasy, is looking down because he got poked or something, right? And he's all sad or whatever. And he's like, "What's that thing down there?" And it shows because they're in a ship, right? It shows the glass, and underneath there's like a little red little dot, right? And what's his name? The black guy with the machine gun, right? Him, the black guy, right? He goes up and he's like, "What's what?" And he's like, "That little red thing down there." And then the guy goes, "Oh, you're gonna have to be more specific, baby. The good Lord has blessed me with color blindness like the asshole he is. You're gonna have to be more specific." So the fact that he says, "The good Lord has blessed me with color blindness like the asshole he is," to me at that time was hilarious. And to this day it is, you know? But when you have to explain the joke, it's not as funny. Shut up. Anyways. But like... but at that time, that shit was so fucking funny because it was like the good Lord has blessed me, like, and we would say that like, "Oh yeah, the good Lord has blessed me with autism" or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Although back then we wouldn't say tism because back in the day. But anyways, point being, YouTube was the Wild West at some point. All right, so are we talking about YouTube back then or YouTube now? That's what I want to know.
Now.
Yeah, I would say probably YouTube now.
Okay, so what YouTube is now, it's a lot of compilations of what people have done. For example, okay, I'm gonna just to make myself clear. On my subscription, when you open up YouTube and on the left, oh wow, that came out already, cool. I have Astercross, John Hall, El Mariana, El Fede Wolf, right? El Mariana is my favorite YouTube channel ever because it's just El Mariana, which is a Twitch streamer. His entire stream cut into segments, right?
Okay.
So he goes on, he does his 4-hour stream or whatever, goes to bed. The editors make videos of what happened and what he's playing, and that's it. But it has comedy, it has some drama into it because sometimes he talks about what's going on with him or whatever. He's showing off a game that may or may not be fun or whatever. Like for example, Among Us. Like I played Among Us before, but whenever he plays it, it makes me laugh, so it makes me want to go play it, right?
Yeah.
El Fede Wolf and El Fede Lobo, same guy, just different channels. One of them is to review movies, and the other one's to review video games. So it's like I watch a lot of review channels, right? So if you tell me like, "Oh, do you like listen to music on YouTube?" Yeah, I do. I put YouTube in the background while I'm doing something, and that's how I listen to music. I just found out that you can use Spotify, but I'm not really a big fan of Spotify because I already have Apple Music. Yeah. But I can't use Apple Music for whatever reason on my computer. It's weird. But anyways, point being, I use YouTube for information. Like, how do I beat this level? Or how do I do this? Or how do I, or what's this and this, right? That's what I use it for. That's mainly what I do. Yeah. Sometimes I'll watch stuff like the infomercial show, right? Where it's like the cartoon ones, right? You know what I'm talking,
Mhm.
right? The
I think so.
infographics show. And oh wow, why is my internet tanking, Jonathan? Sorry, for those of you who don't know, Jonathan is my system here in the house. Yeah, so the infographic show has like a bunch of uh top of my head right here, truth about sex change surgery no one talks about, and it's like a bunch of convoluted stuff, and it has like a review of XYZ. Or if you go to their popular videos, it says what happens when you die, and it's like a 7-minute video of what happens, like your body decays and blah blah blah. Or some like crazy stuff like how SEAL team took down Osama bin Laden. Like it's a bunch of random but it has facts and info and all this other stuff, which is cool. And then you have your music ones, your everybody has those where it's like, oh, I'm really interested. For example, Mecha Gaikotsu, I watch their videos to know about the upcoming, like the new releases of Gundams and stuff like that. So I didn't know I needed YouTube in my life this much. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. I didn't put it into perspective until right now, where I was like, oh shit, I use YouTube a lot. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's me and YouTube.
Let's see, mine
Nice,
is the
nice.
news about the I'm looking on my phone because I can't really use my computer right now. It's recording.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So is the Epstein crisis, um, some random thing about the Fantastic Four, some guy headbutted another guy, Taskmaster, Iron Mouse, religious parents are special, Supreme Court review, MAGA stuff, news, some political book, Superman movie review. Yeah, that's basically it. Very interesting stuff. I
uh,
know, right?
I'm trying to see through my subscriptions as well, because like I have subscriptions that like I've subscribed to a while back, and like I never like watched their stuff in a long time, and so I haven't like unsubscribed.
I don't really watch YouTube that much. I mostly I'm more of the put on because right now I've been watching a lot of the Super Sentai series. So I've been watching that. And that
Mm-hmm.
takes a lot more time than we're just watching YouTube. So I find that more
Yeah.
productive than watching
Mm-hmm.
YouTube because and then YouTube, like if I do watch a short, it's usually like that AI VTuber Neurosama or
Mm-hmm.
like some random Twitch streamers clips. But yeah, it's not there's not really much YouTube specifically I talk. Like the most YouTuber I watch is Moist Critical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's him like reviewing some random movie. And then his reviews are like I don't know if you guys have seen it, but like his reviews, like his 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 video will be like, "Is a Superman movie good?" 5 seconds in, yes. Okay, anyway,
No,
and then he breaks it down. So then I watch the
yeah.
first 30 seconds, and I'm like, okay, cool, and then I click off. I got what I wanted. I'm done.
Oh man.
And it's funny because like sometimes I'll be watching something and I'll be like, I don't want to listen to you, and I'll turn it off. Like I'll exit out. I'll go to the main YouTube page, and it'll give me like my what I've been watching, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like I'll reopen it right now, right? And it's like the first two things. It's a mix of music, and the other one is like, oh hey, you haven't seen this video del Mariana yet. Here you go, go watch it. And I'm like, okay, bitch, don't tell me what to
Yeah.
do, you know?
Yeah.
It'll be the most random. Like that's my thing. Like I like when things are random and there's things that I could like sit down and enjoy because they're random.
Oh,
Yeah.
that reminded
But
me of this one YouTuber that I sometimes watch because his what's his I think his name's like Magic the No or something like that. But what he does is he makes PowerPoint slides of D&D campaigns, which is really funny because
Yeah.
he just gets like 3 or 4 YouTubers and he lets them do
Mm-hmm.
whatever they want. And
Oh.
he lets them like he sometimes he has to stop them because he'll like ruin the whole story. But he's just kind of like like for example, say it's like you need to go rescue the little girl, and you get to the little girl, and it's like, what do you want to do? And it's like, I cast Thunderspell, and he lets him like Thunderspell them. It's
No.
like kind of like you just lost the story. It's like, oh well.
Yeah.
So it's just really funny because it's just so random. And then there's this other one where like a guy, they're supposed to find a treasure chest, and like
Mhm.
he just kept doing double or nothing on everything. So he just kept doing a coin flip on everything, and just kind of like, just like, are you sure you want to do that? You can just win. It's like, no, double or nothing, double the treasure. Let's go. So then he made stuff disappear. So he like had to like, instead of
Oh
like
my
finding the
god.
code for a save, they just made the whole save disappear because they like doubled
Oh
it or
my
nothing,
god.
but they got nothing. So then the save disappears instead. So then he made like the floor appear, so they were underground now. Stuff like stupid stuff like that. It's so funny just seeing
Yeah.
like how people just kind of like go so out of the way to just kind of like ruin everything, but it's so funny because it's so random.
Yeah.
I also, you know what, I'm going through all like my subscription stuff that's going on here.
Mhm.
I'm subscribed to channels that haven't posted anything in like 6 years.
Yeah, same here.
So I'm
Same
like
here.
I'm going through them, and I'm like, I don't remember ever subscribing to this person. Maybe some of these are fat fingers. Like I fat fingered it and I accidentally subscribed to them. But I'll have random shit here. Like I have like 331 E-Rock. Shout outs to the man. That man does hey, Terrifier meets metal. He does ¿Cómo se llama? I'll send it to you, Mikey. That's the metal version of whatever the fuck. I don't know. I really don't know. Pero ajá, eso, etc. So yeah, like he does covers, he does metal covers of stuff, and then you jump up like one or two guys up, and then it's like, oh hey, History or Bridge with Jack Rackman, and I guess he does history videos, but he like makes them shorter. And then there's Star Wars comics, which just explains to you the Star Wars comics, which is a pretty good show too. Which is a pretty cool channel because that's how I learned about the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker. Chef's kiss, by the way. Um, but then there's like tutorial subscriptions where you watch videos that show you how to do like Procreate. This is one of the ones that I had when I was back in college. When was the last time she made
Hmm.
a video? 1 month ago. Wow, she's keeping it strong. That's what's
Hmm.
up. That's what's up, Miss Lisa. Anyways, there's Faraway Forge. When was the last time he sent something? He posted 8 months ago. Cool. So it's like forging a katana from junk version 2, and like I like this because like it triggers my tism, you know, like
Yeah, it's
yeah,
cool.
like he
Yeah.
grabs this piece of metal and he turns it into a sword, and I gotta watch it for 15 minutes just to see the outcome. And like he speeds it up, obviously, but like when he's like sanding it down and you hear like the sanding sounds, originally you hate that shit, right? But because it's speed up, it's like, oh, it's gonna end fast, right? But I just love seeing how the piece of metal just gets shinier and shinier, or like it gets like a specific shape or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh, I like, or he'll be like sanding something and it'll go from like very 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 rusty to like nice and polished, and it's like, oh, it just tickles my brain the right way, you know what I mean? Like it just like makes me feel good, you know? And it's like I remember I used to tell my dad, like, I want to learn how to forge knives and stuff, like I want to learn how to work with my hands, and my dad just looked at me like, okay, well, do you even know how to sharpen a regular knife? And I'm like, yeah, with a lija, and you just, and he's like, okay, well, learn how to do that first. And I did. And then he's like, and I was like, okay, well, what's next? And he's like, I don't know, son. I don't got the money to make you a fucking forge. So I was like, all right, cool. That's fair. No, I was like, that's fair. Why am I asking you? You're right. Like, you don't even live with me. Yeah, you don't even live with me. So what the fuck does it matter? And like, I'll watch videos like these and I'll send it to him, and he's like, chido, I
Like,
guess. And
okay.
I'm like, bitch, fuck you. Like, you used to do this kind of stuff, and you're telling me, okay, whatever, man, fuck you. Then I ain't sending you shit no more. I said, me and my dad don't talk anymore, but that's not the point. I also have like YouTubers that are like do weird ways of painting and stuff like that, and they come up with doing the most beautiful pieces of artwork, and I'm like, oh, fuck you. Like, I wish I was that good, you know? I have comedy stuff. I have a bunch of like, I have a bunch of people that I watch that play a specific game. Um, like gotcha games. Like I have someone that I follow that plays the most recent gotcha games. Tells you like, don't play it. It's stupid.
um,
Or
the horse scroll game.
bro, the amount of not safe for work material that I've seen circulating about that fucking show is ridiculous. I'm like, people have nothing better to do than to goon, and I'm like, respect, I get it, me too, but that's not the point. And like, it pisses me off because look,
You wish I had the time to goon.
yeah, it's that no, the thing about me is that I'm very primitive, okay? I'm very, very primitive. People are gonna call me perverted, but I don't care. I see boobs and ass, and I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. I guess I appreciate it. That's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to play that game called Mecha Break that just recently came out. I think it already came out or recently came out. I'm not too sure. But I already heard that it's only PvP. Oh, I need you to silence yourself. Shh. Okay.
I don't know either, Mike.
No, my computer was being loud, and I was like, shh.
Oh.
You know. Yeah. So it just came out. It's free to play, and it already lost like 50% of its game, like its people that actually play it, because it's only PvP. As far as I know, it's only PvP, and it's not like there's no more to it than just go out there and fight other people, and I hate that. It's basically Titanfall all over again, the first one, right? But it has ass and tits, so I'm just like, I guess, like, I'm not here for that. I'm here for the robots, but thank you, I guess. That's what people were telling when Nier Automata with 2B came out. They're like, dude, did you play this game? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what is it? And it's like, oh, it's a hack and slash. Oh, really? A hack and slash? I haven't played a good hack and slash. Oh, her ass is out half the time. I understand. I see the vision. So whenever people tell me like, oh yeah, it's a gooning game, blah 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 blah, I'm like, so what about it? You know, like I have a really cool. His name will be not said, but this friend of mine, he's like, bro, did you play this game yet? And I'm like, no. And he's like, dude, check it out. And he shows me like the first banner that comes out, and it's just ass and tits everywhere with swords and guns and shit. And I'm like, okay, cool, pretty sword lady. But what's the game about? And he's like, I don't know, I don't care. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. If this is what makes you happy, go for it. I have a server with my other friends, right? And I don't care if they watch this video and they say, oh, you're talking shit. Yes, I am. Anyways, and like they'll play games. They'll play a bunch of gacha games, right? Some of them are very weeby. Like they're super like weebs. All right, and I'm okay with that. It's okay. You can be whoever you want. It's okay to have bad taste. That's fine. But like, what makes me mad is like they'll be talking about the game, but they won't be talking about the game. They'll be talking about the characters of the game, and they'll be talking about all the nasty, disgusting things they would do to them. And I'm like, okay, sure, you're a virgin, you wouldn't know. But it's like, at the same time, I'm like, dude, like, can you like, is the game like structurally like, does it entertain you? They're like, yeah, I like looking at horse girls. And I'm like, so you're just playing the game to look at these characters and not even actually to interact with them? And they're like, one of them said, who plays games? Who actually plays games to play them? Like, we play the games to look at ass and tits, Beto. Get it together. And I'm like,
well, I mean,
but when I used to do that,
scroll is really just looking at them race. You don't.
Right.
That's the gameplay.
I know.
So,
I know. That's the funny part.
The thing is, too, with stuff like that is like, I guess I mean that answers the question. You know, like people are just there literally just to look and stuff. Because I remember like when I was like when I streamed on Twitch like one of the Resident Evil games, I did it where like I replayed the game but with like funny mods and shit, right? Like replacing like Nemesis with Shrek.
Oh, yeah, I remember when you were looking through the mods.
Yeah, dude, I was looking like when I was trying to find mods to play for the game, about 80% of the mods were all like not safe for work, freaking like, you know, tits and ass everywhere and all that. And I'm like, bro, how? It's Resident Evil. You are fighting for your life. Like you're fighting monsters and you're trying to look at titties?
It's like, how horny do you have to be?
Two or Left 4 Dead 1?
Like, listen. Okay, look. Here's my thing. Okay, like it's because we as men are very simple creatures, right? You just activate the right neuron and you're good. You know what I mean? And now you can do whatever the fuck you want with us. You can convince me. Like, I'll put it to you this way. Fuck, how do I explain it to you? If you tell me, oh, hey, Beto, there's a new Gundam series. And I'm like, okay, cool. and you tell me it has a lot of ass and tits, and I'll be like, okay, cool. How do the robots
sold
look?
a new Gundam, but okay.
Yeah, exactly. You had me at new robots, new Gundams. Well, how do the model kits look? How do the robots look? And you hit me with, okay? Like, I'm just gonna look at you like, what are you talking about? Like, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about Gundam or are we talking about ass and tits? Like which one is it? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm against it. Oh no. No. I'm still a man at heart. You know what I mean? Like, I have my necessities. You know, like I want. Like, see, this is my thing. Like, I feel like it's okay for you to look. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it's okay to look. You know what I mean? But when you actively go searching for it to get that like fix, mi amor, you have a problem. You know what I mean? So when my friends tell me about these games, the first thing they tell me is, yes, it has ass and tits, and I'm like, okay, good for you. They won't like it. They won't like the thing that we're talking about unless it has some sort of sexual appeal to them. And I'm just like, that's kind of shallow. That's kind of like, sometimes I kind of stare at them and I'm like, I get it, like, you're lonely, but like, maybe beat your meat properly. You know what I mean? Like maybe switch hands or something. I don't know. Like, I can't.
Like, you can probably find better stimulus outside of like video games.
I mean,
dog,
no.
If that's what you're.
So I think you can find better stimulus outside of your PC. You just gotta explore the world. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I get it. You step outside your house and you spend money. I get it. Así es la vida, mi amor. Get with it. You know, get with the fucking program. But like, don't tell me you like this game because the characters are hot, and then I play the game, right? Because, you know, curiosity, and you know, I have a theory. The game isn't even that fun. Levin?
Being a good friend, supportive.
Yeah, like, I want to understand why he does the things he does. So I was like, I gotta, you know, in order for me to be a serial killer, I have to understand the mind of a serial killer. If I want to be, if I want to understand the mind of a gooner, I have to be a gooner myself. You know what I mean? But that's the mistake I did. I thought that every gooner was the same. No. I didn't process that 100% because I have friends that are into the horse girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I have friends that are not into horse girls, but they're okay with seeing horse girls do their thing. And let me tell you, the internet is a very dark and dangerous place, you guys. The things that I have to find, I'm so glad private browsers are a thing, and VPNs too. Because some of the things that they have sent me to look for and sent me to understand, and these motherfuckers write it like if I'm looking at lore. No, I'm looking at straight porn. They're sending shit to me saying, "Oh no, this is part of the lore," and I'm like, "This poor girl getting railed is part of the fucking lore." No, my guy, that's just not right. That's not part of the story.
Beto, you don't understand. It's for the plot. You don't understand. I play the game for the plot, and the plot is literal porn.
I get it, Mikey. These 3 minutes of this specific character moaning into the mic is very important to the plot. I get it. And I'm just like, this doesn't make the plot any better. I was watching. What the fuck was I watching? I was watching Warrior, right? It's a show. It's an HBO Max show on Netflix, but it's really fun. It's a really cool show. It's about like the Chinese dealing with the racism from when they were like railroad tracks and all this other shit, blah blah blah, history. It has a lot of history references, blah 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 blah. But like, you know, it's a show, so yeah, there's scenes where they're fucking or whatever, right? And they're fucking, and like, it's not necessary. But there's a scene. Long story short, there's a scene where the leader of this gang, you know, he's young, he's a tough guy or whatever, right? They go to like this area where it's nothing but German people for whatever reason, right? And I don't know if you know about this, but like German women, some German women, not all of them, they have the good genetics of being tall and just big in the right places, if you catch my drift. So this skinny Asian guy was like, "Oh, she's gonna kill me." And in the next 5 minutes of the fucking hour and 30-minute long show, the next 5 to 10 minutes is them two fucking, and they're breaking tables, they're breaking hairdressers, they're breaking beds, and I'm like, is this crucial to the plot? Like, is Young Jun gonna learn that his father?
It's very important to the plot. Okay,
No, listen.
Very necessary.
I I was like, so you're telling me that after having this very amazing looking rough sex, you're gonna tell me that young June all of a sudden goes, I have an idea, and then like the plot just moves on? No, like they could have removed that entire section of the movie of the show, and nothing would have been affected. It was just for shits and giggles, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate that because that scene, you could tell it was for shits and giggles. It wasn't for anything else. But the other scenes where one of the main characters makes love and blah 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 to this other character, and his sister's fucking this other dude, I was like, thank you for the eye candy, but like, do they end up killing each other or not? Like, does he end up betraying his brother or not? I guess I'll find out next episode when they're done fucking. And then next episode comes, and like they never address the situation. I know my camera fell, but they never addressed.
It's like helping you. You know the host stand up right now.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like oh my god, dude, and like it pisses me off because I'm like, I'm not horny right now. I don't need this. I want to know. I want to know if Young Jun ends up being the leader he needs to be. Is he gonna kill his father? Is his father gonna kill himself? I don't want to watch 10 minutes. Okay, I kind of do. I don't want to watch 10 minutes of him being properly fucked by a giant, big titty German lady. You know what I mean? Like I don't. That's not important to the show. Like, but why is it in there? Retention. That's why. And I'm like, they got me. They fucking got me because not only did I watch the full 10 minutes of that, I realized I should record this and send it to my sisters. Because why the fuck would I just watch this by myself? So I recorded like 5 minutes of it, right? And I sent it to all my friend groups. I sent it to my sisters. I sent it to my dad. And the thing is, I sent each video had like different commentary, right? Like, so my dad, I sent him that video and I was like, mira dad, mira lo que le está pasando a este pinche chinillo, blah, 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 blah. And like, I'm doing like commentaries. Like, I'm doing commentaries for my dad. And then he's like, he sends me a message. He says, oh yeah, thank you for showing me that, but next time shut the fuck up and let me enjoy the porn. And I was just like, okay. I was like, dude, all right, I guess. And it made me mad. I was like, Dad, this has nothing to do with the story. And he's like, well, if you could have fooled me. I thought the story was about fucking. And I was like, me too. Me too. Like, you know what I mean? And then I sent it to a group of friends, and they're like, God damn, like they're making more comments than what I thought they would, right? And my sisters, they're fucking hilarious because they're like, Gordo, like, what are you watching? And I'm like, oh, I'm watching Warrior, blah, blah, blah. And my older sister's like, what episode is that? So I know not to watch it in front of the kids. And I was like, oh, it's episode blah, 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 blah. 30 minutes later, my brother-in-law calls me and he's like, hey, dude, what episode was that with that German bitch? And I'm like, watch the show, goddammit. Like, learn what this shit's a good show. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to watch it. But is that like throughout the entire show? And I'm like, yeah, Jordan, like sometimes there's scenes where it's like really graphic. And he's like, oh, okay, thank you, man. Thank you for letting me know. I'm like, did I just give this man porn? Like I'm trying to show off the show because it's a great show. It's an awesome show. But it's like, don't watch it because of the porn. Watch it because the acting is good. And then the action sequences are pretty cool, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. And there's a lot of blood. But like, the action sequences are pretty cool. He's basically like a knock. He's Bruce Lee, pero from Temu. You know what I mean? That's what he is, essentially. The main character. That's what he is. But he's fucking sick. He's fucking cool. And like, videos now, like in YouTube and stuff, obviously you can't have women in bikinis with big old titties anymore. You can't do that anymore, apparently, because it's like more sexualized.
That used to be the meta. Yeah. That used to be like, I think there was a whole like meme where it was like you need to put boobs in the thumbnail.
Yeah, that was
like
the meta.
That was a legit meta of YouTube before like it got heavily censored.
Yeah, and then in Twitch streaming too. Because some women just suck at games, so they have no skill or no content creation skill. So they're like, you know what? I have nice tits, so I'm just gonna show them off, and that's it. Which is kind of sad because could you imagine if I had a nice penis and I was like, you know what? I suck at making content. I'm just gonna fling my dick everywhere, and that's my content. That's essentially what happens with a lot of these Twitch streamers. Which sucks.
I mean, you can very well do that. It's just not on Twitch. I mean, you could probably find success on.
Well, I mean, it's because like that's my thing, and I tell people, and this is one of my favorite jokes. Like I tell people, like, dude, if I was, like if I had a better body. And like if I was like skinnier, like more, I'd be the reason why shows have random sex scenes because of me. No, I'm kidding. No, but like I think
just thinking, just shows the future where like they'll have a sex scene or something like that, and the actors completely switched with Beto just for the purpose of that scene, and like everyone's just socially okay with it.
different race, different everything. It's still Beto.
Yeah.
It's just
and
Beto, and everyone's like, "Oh, hey, Beto's all right. It's Beto."
oh hey, he's the body double. I want to be William Defoe's. I want to be William Defoe's
Body
body
double.
double.
But I know.
No, but no, dude. Look at YouTube, man. YouTube raised a couple generations if you think about it, with like the
Yeah.
pink fox thing and like the baby shark shit, dude. Like
Mhm.
YouTube is such an interesting thing because it has a lot of information. Like it has
Yeah.
it has a ridiculous amount of information. You want to know something? YouTube it.
Mhm.
You know, the comment, oh, what is this? I don't know. Google it. Same thing with YouTube, but with YouTube is for people that have issues reading. You just
Mhm.
put it on,
Mhm.
listen to it, and watch it, or watch it,
Yeah.
don't listen to it. Listen, don't watch it. Whatever you want to do. That's what
Yeah.
YouTube is. But unfortunately, YouTube has the issue that it doesn't know how to filter its own stuff. So a lot of stuff comes out that shouldn't be out there. Like, for example, YouTube Kids should not have Bloody Sonic on it, because what the fuck is Bloody Sonic doing in YouTube Kids, right? I remember, this is a true story. My nephew, the youngest one, he's super into Sonic, right? But see, what he doesn't know is that Sonic is older than him. Sonic is older than me. Sonic has a really weird following. Apparently, there's people out there that love drawing the Sonic characters all bloody and gory and stuff like that because they're sick in the head and they have nothing better to do and they need help.
Creepypastas and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think so. Yeah.
So what people do is they'll use hashtags like Peppa Pig and stuff like that, and in the middle of the video they'll flash like gore of those characters, and then like nothing happened. And kids, what they're doing is they're going back and looking for those videos, and they're showing it to their friends, and so spreads. The algorithm reads it, so the creators of that stuff start making more gorier and grosser stuff. Why? Why on YouTube Kids? Again, because they're sick in the head and they're stupid and they got nothing better to fucking do. So YouTube allows that, right?
Mhm.
YouTube straight up allows that because they don't stop it. They don't stop
Yeah.
it. And when they do, it's after all of this bitching and complaining.
Yeah.
But you can't
And
cuss
I think
at all.
the thing is, yeah, because I think the thing is with that is that like, and this is not me defending YouTube, because YouTube needs to get their shit together with shit like that. Because there's so much shit that's uploaded to YouTube every single day that like they don't have like the server capacity, even like for their computers, to detect like stuff like that. And that's the thing that sucks about YouTube, is that they want to still be like a platform where anybody can upload anything, but they also still want to be advertiser friendly. And like, I think in trying to do that, like trying to be a place where anyone can upload anything, they get so many submissions a day, and like they just can't keep up with it. And that's the thing that like YouTube sucks at doing.
Realistically, no one's going through the videos, watching them as they're being uploaded.
Yeah.
There's just no way that's possible. So unless someone's reporting it, nothing's happening. Because it's not possible for someone to be, because it's like, I think it's like 100 hours are uploaded every single day or something like that of videos.
Something like that, yeah.
It's like,
but regardless of
it's like there's no way someone can watch that realistically.
Yeah.
For it to still be uploadable and profitable.
Yeah.
Which is not depending on YouTube. I mean, YouTube does need to.
Oh yeah, better, absolutely.
But
100%.
Like, realistic, that's something that's like it's very hard to get a hold of.
I think one of the newest things that people were talking about in terms of like something new that YouTube is rolling out is they are like restricting and like getting rid of a lot of like the AI generated content, where people just generate something from AI and it's like the most like basic video or whatever. And especially like with like stuff like YouTube Kids and whatnot, a lot of people will just like generate a video with AI and then upload it, and then they'll put it to YouTube Kids and stuff, and they'll start making money because of like watch time and all that kind of stuff, where it's like little to no effort whatsoever. And it's very like regurgitated things as well. It's like, I think like the term was called like content farming, is kind of like what that falls into. But YouTube is starting, hopefully, I don't know when, or I don't know if they're actually going to do it, but they're implementing something to where like it'll restrict and like not have those kind of like AI videos, or even like low effort videos where it's just like an AI voice with like just one picture and throughout the video, and then the whole video is just the AI voice talking and stuff like that.
I understand if like you have an issue with your own voice where like your voice is messed
Mhm.
up and you need the AI to help you, but
Yeah.
it's like you're gonna make it into, because don't get me wrong, some like if it's funny, okay, I allow it, you know.
Mhm.
But it's also in between where it's like, well, AI can make basically anything and everything just with a few keystrokes, versus
Yeah.
making an actual show and casting and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, I get it, you know,
Mhm.
like I get it.
Yeah.
But dude, I've seen so many AI videos, and it's crazy because you don't know until you stop the video and you slowly watch it frame by frame, and you notice that like the
Yeah.
people they just lag out for a minute. You know,
Yeah.
like their hands get all stupid, and it's like, wow, like you're like, damn, like that shit almost fooled me. So like I think that if you want to watch AI stuff, you should be able to. I mean, I don't think you
Yeah.
should just be denied because, you know, free
Yeah.
country or whatever the fuck. But are you shunned because you're using AI? Possibly, especially if you're an artist and stuff. Okay, I get it, you know. But I think that if you want that material, you should go to a designated area for that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I don't know if you guys know this, but there's people out there that love taking videos of like the narcos and stuff and like posting them. You can't post that anywhere, just anywhere,
Yeah.
because it's, first of all, it's illegal. You're watching people get murdered and you're watching
Yeah.
illegal stuff happen.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like evidence in a way, and
Mhm.
you're an accomplice for recording. So you want to watch that kind of stuff, you go to the deep web. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm not saying, oh, it's easy to get into the deep. I don't know how to do it, but I've
No,
heard.
yeah,
It's
I don't
really
know
easy to
either.
get to the deep web.
I'm gonna act like I didn't hear you say that.
It's
Anyway,
not.
so
It's not. You can. It's literally like you can literally Google it. It's
All right,
literally like
guys, we're gonna do a
it's
live
only. It's
attempt
literally
of
only
getting
like
into the
no,
deep web.
Mike,
it's
don't
three
do that.
steps.
I'm not. I'm not.
It's
I'm
literally
not.
No,
three steps. Download like a specific browser. Get a VPN. You're in.
Isidro, I need you to shut up for a second, okay? And for those of you, and for
There's nothing
anybody who
illegal
watches
about going to the deep web.
Okay. Well, for any of you who are watching this and are wondering why am I being such a bitch, is because you're correct. I am, and I do get scared easy. So that's not my point. My point is, in YouTube, I think that a lot of the stuff that's being uploaded now is people trying to make money. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
because I've seen a lot of content creators go from Instagram to YouTube, and then they make their Patreon, and then they don't do anything because there's so many people already doing what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I really haven't thought about, well, I've been thinking about it, right? Like go starting my own Twitch and just do my own thing. But it's become
Mhm.
so saturated that it's almost like, for example, like I wanted to go to school for IT, right? I just found out that
Mhm.
it's so hard to get in there in any position, even in opening or end or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's really hard
Mhm.
to get into because it's very competitive. So I have to have,
Yeah.
now I can't just have certifications. I have to have a bachelor's, I have to have a master's, I have to have a degree, certifications, y que no sé qué vergas más. And it's ridiculous because everybody and their mom wants to go in there. Why? Because of the money. Not even because they like it, because of the fucking money, right?
Yeah.
So with YouTube, like I said earlier, is generational. You know what I mean? Like I
Mhm.
grew up with YouTube. I grew up with the funny side of YouTube. You know what I mean? Like I saw a lot of
Mhm.
stuff. Like I remember, I knew Shane Dawson before he was Shane Dawson. You know what I mean? Some people don't even know who Shane Dawson is anymore because that motherfucker fell
Yeah.
off, right? Which is fine, which is
Mhm.
okay. They don't know. Some people don't know about the controversies that he was in. A lot of people don't know about the old comedy skits that he did, which would get him canceled. Now, of course, they would. And
Mhm.
and as a whole, I just think YouTube is fun, dude. Like I think YouTube is funny. Do I think that we as a society, at least here in the US, we should be allowed to do and post whatever we want on YouTube? I mean, sure, but I'm saying that as an adult with no kids, right?
Yeah.
And well, I mean, I have my nephews, but those fuckers don't count. Um,
I feel like
Now
the
when I
kid
go,
content should be more filtered through.
well, yeah, of course, yeah. I
Definitely.
feel
I
like
think
if
that's
you're
kind of the
gonna,
biggest thing what you're trying to get to.
yeah,
Just kind
yeah,
of
because it's like,
more. They have to be like content for kids has to be thoroughly reviewed no matter what. For
yeah,
an
because
adult,
it's
Yeah.
adult, who cares? They watch whatever you want. Nobody cares. But like for kids,
right.
has to definitely
Yeah.
be reviewed more thoroughly. Can't just be like, let me just upload this.
Yeah, because like I think from whenever I would upload videos and stuff like that, there is an option of whether or not your video is made for kids or whether your video is not made for kids,
Yeah.
right? But
Mhm.
that's about the only thing. At least, well, to be fair, I've never made a video that's only for kids. So, like, I don't know if there's any other options that come up, like, after you go to the next step with it. Um, but as far as, like, just regular uploading stuff, that's, like, the only thing that, like, they would ask you whether or not it's made for kids or not. I don't know if it's, like, they do have something set up that, like, screens it if you do put made for kids.
Mhm.
But at the same time, from what you guys have seen, and even from what I've seen, I don't think that system is like very good.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
feel they need to be like more barriers to uploading for kids.
yeah,
There has to be more
yeah.
barriers for
No,
kids.
absolutely.
Yeah, with all the freaking advertisement that they do, they should be able to hire a good amount of people, or just make a better AI to screen stuff at least. No manchen.
Yeah.
Cause like I'll be watching, bro. I'll put on my music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's 2 minutes of ads, the unskippable ones, mind you. And then the
Yeah.
song starts, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm vibing or whatever. If the damn song is longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, at exactly 2 minutes, they stop the song just to put on their bitch ass commercial.
Yeah, I
And then it's
had
like,
that happen one time too. Yeah.
and it's like, it just kills the fucking vibe, you know. So now
Yeah,
it's like, okay, and
how the fuck you gonna put an ad when in the middle of a song? Like you know that, like, you gave me ads like about YouTube Music and shit before I put this song on, so you know I'm listening to music,
right.
you know. But like they still like put ads in the middle of it. It's like, dog, what?
It's stupid. I think YouTube has a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
I get it, like they need money to continue the thing, but like YouTube is like Facebook. It's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it has such a cultural hold on all of us that it's like, I don't mind watching YouTube the rest of my life, or using YouTube the rest of my life. I doubt the
No.
formula for YouTube is so one of like all these other all these other video streaming services and stuff like that. Like the other ones that I was talking about, which turned out to be porn sites. Don't look them up. Este,
I mean, technically, if you upload the same video, you're gonna make more money off on that that website. It doesn't even have
Okay,
You know, there is actual people who upload like gameplay videos and shit to,
There's this one
you know,
person
the
that
hub.
I saw this like tweet that like this one person like uploads math videos, and she's like makes more money on the no site. It's like, why are you uploading math videos?
Yeah. I've seen that.
Hey, man,
I've
you
seen
know
that.
what? You know what? Guys, check out the official Unconventional podcast channel on.
We should do
Man,
that.
I'm
we
not
should
getting
do.
involved in that one. I'm already too busy.
No, you
Don't
know
worry,
what you should do.
I'll handle that page.
What you I really do genuinely believe that what we should do is we should have a edited version, right? Where it's all the best, all the shit that will get us canceled is like edited out, which is basically just me the majority of the time, and then put it on the hub, unedited, just raw, just the whole hour
I
and
don't think
whatever
I have
long
most of
edit.
those anymore, unfortunately.
Oh,
Because
well.
it is a lot of gigabytes every
It is,
episode.
yeah.
It's like
It is a
gigabytes
good amount of
every
space, yeah.
every episode.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna save up money to buy you a terabyte or two or three.
I have
Just
a lot of terabytes.
a hard drive for the hub.
I have like, other than the drive, the drive the computer came with was 500, but I have like another 4 terabytes, and I still have to delete stuff from there.
Damn.
Fucking bitch, who are you?
Because it's like every
Sorry.
single one of them is like 3 different versions of them. So I have to delete. So I delete the ones that aren't edited, so I don't confuse them anymore.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Then we've done
did
like
I ever
30
no?
episodes, so that's what 300 gigabytes.
Oh God, yeah. Hold on. If like, hold on. Let's see. Let's do the math here, guys. Let's see. So if it's on average about 12 gigabytes per episode, let's say.
Let's say 10.
Okay, so 10, and then we've done 30. Yeah, that's like 300 gigabytes already.
Then do you
And that's
double
just
that
like the
because I have to
unedited,
edit
yeah.
it and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
another
And so that's like the
30,
second
that's
version.
600. That's a
like
terabyte right there.
100. Yeah. That's already almost a terabyte. But Jesus Christ, we have almost a terabyte of episodes. Oh man, that's crazy. I don't think wait, I didn't. Did I say that my YouTube channels?
No, you have not. We went on the rant against Sonic.
That is true. That is true. But at the same time, that's kind of what we always do. We always talk about the topic for like the first 5 minutes. And
that's the core of this channel, dude.
Well, at least for me, for YouTube stuff, I watch a lot of gaming videos and whatnot. A lot of like funny moments and whatnot. Like the Vanoss crew. And the thing is with them is that they're like a whole group of people, and so like sometimes they'll upload different like perspectives of like the same recording session. Sometimes like some people edit certain parts out, and then you could see like other parts that you haven't seen before from another perspective.
Okay, yeah.
Other video like Markiplier is one that I follow for like from ever since I started.
Markiplier video.
I've seen. Okay, my comment about Markiplier is that I'm very happy for him because the community loves him, mostly because he's hot, right? But also because he's a sweetheart and all this other stuff. But I have seen videos where he's in an interview and he's like, "Yeah, I have so much money, I have no idea what to do with it." And I'm like, "Damn, must be a nice problem to have, motherfucker." You know,
I've
like if you were,
I've
this
also
is my
only
thing.
seen one. Wait, which one's the one that does the that used to do the game theory? Is that Markiplier?
No, that's MatPat.
MatPat.
Yeah,
you guys one video of him.
MatPat is getting into politics, guys.
That's fine. Good for him. I don't really care. Anyways, I've only seen one video of him, and it was his retirement video.
Oh, nice.
That was the first and last video I've ever seen of him.
I remember, like, I didn't watch like the show, like the game theory show. I only watched it when like Five Nights at Freddy's first came out, like when it was actually like about a horror, like Chuck E. Cheese kind of thing versus whatever the fuck it is now.
Actually, funny stuff. I've known Mike longer than I've been watching YouTube actively.
Oh wow!
Because the only reason I started really watching like YouTube, like hardcore, was because I don't know if you remember during the summers, I would work and I would just be alone at the apartment.
Oh,
so I was just bored, so I just watched random YouTube videos. So that's when I started watching YouTube videos. That's like what 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
And then I met you in 2015. So I met Mike before I started actually watching YouTube.
Damn, that's wild. That's crazy.
So I'm that really is the YouTube game.
It really puts into perspective like how old things are, right? Because we are older than Google.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Google is like a massive power in the world right now, dude. Like Google is everything right now, you know?
Oh yeah.
So excuse me, yeah.
You know what's crazy too, like in terms of like stuff like that? Did you guys know that when YouTube was first like made, it was a dating website?
I did not know that.
It was a dating website, right? And it was like a website where you can post videos, you know, to your profile and stuff like that. But and then they saw that like people were just watching each other's videos and whatnot. And so I don't know if like they made the decision or something else happened, but they switched it to a video sharing platform. And that's also why like the initial slogan of YouTube was broadcast yourself. Because it was once they made the switch, then it was just like anybody can upload whatever video. You could showcase like your trip to wherever and stuff like that for people to watch. And then Google bought YouTube, and you know, then it became about ads, and then it became about making money, and then you know, Mr. Beast came around, and now it's just all about I spent $1 million so you could stay in this circle while we shoot you with paintball guns, or some shit like that.
You should have signed up for the Mr. Beast thing where he's like getting content creators, all the content creators in the world.
I don't follow Mr. Beast like that. That's the thing.
Doesn't matter. make a quick milli.
No, like I didn't know that was happening. That's what I was
on
saying.
Twitter. That's why I don't even follow Mr. Beast. I just saw his thing on Twitter.
The last big thing that I saw that like was like a big thing that they were trying to get content creators for was the the streamer university thing.
The Kaizenat thing.
Yeah. And like, dude, have you seen like I don't even know what happened to it. I know like they obviously did it and everything, but I don't think I heard anything about like people popping off or like making a career
I haven't
after
heard
all
anything
that.
from them either.
Yeah. And it's crazy cuz like there were some people that I saw when they were first like putting it together that there was some people who quit their jobs and like to like apply to this thing.
Dang.
And it wasn't even like an actual like well I don't know actually I didn't see anything about it, but as far as I know like it was just like a weekend thing where like you're just collaborating with people and that
Dang.
was it, and it's
What
just
a
like
waste.
dude, there was some people who dropped out of college to do that, like to apply, not even to go to it, to apply.
Dang, dude, that's
It's
rough.
so wild.
What happened? What did I miss?
The
Oh, I was
Streamer
talking about
University.
yeah, I was because we were talking about like Mr. Beast was doing something about content creators, but then I was saying that like the last thing that I know of that like someone was trying to promote or like trying to bring on smaller content creators was like the Kaizenat Streamer University, which is basically like the way that it was advertised is that it was gonna be like an actual university that they would if you were like accepted into it, they would like teach you to stream and like you could grow like a following and stuff like that by like I don't know, I guess attending the class or like collaborating with people and whatnot. And so there were people because Kaizenat is like the biggest streamer on Twitch right now. He's like the number one, right? And so people would quit their jobs to apply to this thing. And some people were even dropping out of college to apply to this thing. Not even like a guaranteed like that they're gonna get in, but to apply. And then they tried to use that to like, hey, you know, accept me because I did this or whatever. And like the last thing I saw about it in terms of like them setting it up is that most of the people that were quote unquote accepted into the university or whatever were already streamers with a following. So like half of the people that were applying that had little to no following, they didn't have a chance. And it was basically from what I heard, it was basically just like a weekend, like a collaborative event where like you just streamed and collabed with other streamers or whatever. And it's just like that's why like I don't trust like whenever like big content creators or someone's like, oh I'm trying to bring up smaller content creators like
Oh no,
only trying to make
Mr. Beast
money.
was not the smaller content creators. He was like as many content creators as I can.
Oh. Then again, it's Mr. Beast. I don't know. Something. I don't know. That's my YouTube hot take. I think something's up with Mr. Beast. I think there's something more that he's doing. There's got to be.
Conspiracy theories. I didn't do my hair today, and it looks okay. Not gonna lie.
Dude, honestly, same.
Yeah, you look like a fuck boy. I like it.
Thanks. It's still Godzilla in my shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, I like your shirt. I like your shirt a lot.
The
Godzilla shirt is dope. I really like the
giant lizard that
Godzilla
makes me
shirt.
look like. Okay.
My thing about YouTube and like all of this bullshit that happens in it is
Mhm.
so here's my deal, right? I mentioned Markiplier earlier, and
Mhm.
I said, wow, I wish I had that problem where I had so much money I have no idea what to do with it, right?
Mhm.
Well, I'll tell you what. With what we're doing right now, and if I do end up going to do like Twitch streaming and stuff like that, I don't want to make millions of dollars. I want to make enough to be able to say, you know what, this is my job for right now, and then just save up so I can make something out of it. But then I think
Yeah.
about it this way: I'm gonna get older. You know what I mean? Like if I was 20, okay, yeah, sure, because people will see me in the prime of my life, where I'm 20 and then I stop at 30, so I do it for 10 years or whatever. So I'm turning 30 next year. So if I do it, it's mostly as a hobby, not as my main job. I was thinking about it at work the other day because all I do is pull pallets all day. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. My knees hurt, my backs hurt. You know, like I have a lot of health issues and health concerns that I gotta focus on, right?
Mhm.
If given the off chance that I do make it and I do end up making money, good. I'm grateful for that. Pero I wouldn't want to make the ridiculous amount of money that Markiplier and I was gonna call him Beast Boy, Mr. Beast, make. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's just too much.
Mhm.
Now, would I love to make so much money that I never have to work ever again? Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, not a problem. I wouldn't mind
Mhm.
playing video games until I'm 50, 60, and then it's like, okay, well, I'm retiring because I'm old now. I can't see anymore. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
To me, that would be the way to go. Where it's like, you know what,
Yeah.
For
guys, like
me,
I'm
if
getting.
this were to launch off, it would be for me to just kind of be able to go to events. I think that's kind of like be able to participate in events. It's the travel aspect, not so much the money. I
Yeah.
don't really care about the money. It's just the traveling
Yeah.
part, the going to a
Yeah.
convention and meeting people. That's what I would want to
Yeah.
do. If that's kind of where, if it were to kick off for me, that would be the biggest thing.
Oh
Being
yeah.
able to go somewhere and be like, "Hey, I'm here now." Like cool, but not. I don't really
Yeah.
care about the money part. Like money is like whatever.
Yeah.
I have a job for that.
That's the thing too with me too. Like with like either like my streaming or gaming content or like the other YouTube stuff that I do. I don't do it for money. Um, because I use it more as like a creative outlet, especially like my like gaming videos and stuff where I can make like little edits here and there and stuff. I use it to like stay creative, at least in ways that I know. And like I remember my cousin wanted to get into streaming and I helped him set up like his like streaming layout with like the software and stuff like that. And I remember like I was telling him that like you should basically, because he was wondering like how much he should be streaming or like, you know, what should he do, how long should he stream for and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, honestly, the rule that I've always followed is that treat it like a hobby until you can make it your job. Don't ever treat it like this is your job and prioritize it over stuff that's actually gonna sustain you, because like once you do that, then you're gonna start falling off on all the other stuff that you need to take care of, because that's what actually sustains you, because you're attempting to make it, as you know, because there's no guarantee. Like
Yeah,
I could
that's.
put so
I haven't
much
been able to
effort
stream
into
in months because I just have just been so busy with school and work. It's kind of like
yeah.
I haven't been able to stream in a while, but I still try to
Hmm.
upload a random video here and there. But realistically,
Yeah.
it's a hobby. I do
Yeah.
random Pokemon battles and I put them online and I open random
Hmm.
packs and they just say, "Damn, this sucks. I didn't get a god pack," and call it a day.
Yeah. Yeah, and like that's how I, because like whenever I started first doing like really getting into doing YouTube videos and like really like, especially even when I did the gaming channel thing, I put like deadlines on myself that like, oh, I need to get a video out like once a week. I need to do this, I need to do that. And like realistically, I was like, like you're putting deadlines on yourself. Like there's nobody like legit expecting you to meet those deadlines, right?
Right.
And like I remember even like last month, I took the entire month off because I was like because I was hired to help my friend with like an acting class that she teaches with kids, to like record them, get their first time like doing commercials and stuff on camera, and I was also hired to edit it, right? And
Mhm.
so I decided that like I'm not gonna do any YouTube, no streaming, no nothing until this is done, because I am getting paid for this. This needs to take priority. And literally nothing changed. Like nothing changed in terms of like people not watching my content or anything like that. And so like that's also when like I was also like, you know, it needs to be a hobby. You can't, because before I was trying to treat it like, oh, I'm trying to make this my job. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to, you know, but like it's, I don't know, it's this weird thing. It's like I feel like if I do it that much, one, I'm gonna get burnt out of doing it. And like the reason why I started doing it is because I wanted to do it for fun. I wanted to do it because I liked being funny, entertaining, and stuff like that. And I don't want it to turn into like, oh well, I have to record this or I have to edit this and get this out because I have to. Rather than, you know, this is something that I want to play. This is something funny. I'm making funny jokes and stuff because I'm having fun. You
Right.
know, I don't want it to turn into like a job when I'm not getting paid for it. You know, if that makes sense.
But you don't have a
It's
job
because like
anyway, so might as well. No, just
that's
kidding.
true.
Well, I know, but
That's true. But the thing, yeah,
Keep you
I'll put it to
busy.
you this
Find
way.
something to do all day, you know.
I'll put it to you this way. When I was injured, right, with my back injury,
Mhm.
one of my friends told me, "Hey, YouTube right now is a very TikTok at the time. TikTok is like, hey, TikTok is a very popular thing right now. There's a lot of people making money off of TikTok, blah 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 blah, and this and that, and he kind of
Honestly,
convinced me to.
TikTok will be good for you, Beto. Where you just get on your phone and do your one random rant, upload it. No editing done. Just upload it,
No questions asked.
and it will be good for you. That's like your specialty. You just go on, do your random rant about whatever happened
Dude,
that day.
trust me. TikTok, it
And-
literally there are people who are literally they'll just turn on the camera and go, and then they make money off of just that.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's so much like little effort that you can do with TikTok and still make a decent like amount from it. And like TikTok is probably like less, well, then again, I don't know. Would it be less regulated than like how YouTube is in terms of like what you can say, what you can't say?
I think so.
Not too sure. I'm not too sure myself.
But
It could also be maybe once, because I know there is a creator fund on TikTok,
yeah,
but I've heard that the creator fund is like it's not that good. Like you need to get like
you're
a
gonna
certain
make
amount
less,
of.
you're not gonna make a lot, but just make
Yeah.
something. And
But
enough to buy
also, if
yourself
you make a phone, you
an extra
can-
bag of chips or for a snack. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
But,
think
like,
TikTok
and,
will be great
TikTok
for
is-
you, Beto, to grow, to start off.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Well, it's because my content when I was like trying to, it was just me
Mhm.
building Gundams.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think I had like
Gundams and rant about whatever is going on in your day. To one
Yeah,
of your funny stories.
I was telling my friend Wesley, right? I was telling him like I would love to get paid to play games that I like playing, right? Like Skyrim. Like right now I'm playing Skyrim, right? Because I need to distract myself because like I'm not okay right here right now. So I'm like I need to have extra stimulus. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but I was like doing this because like I was getting shot at.
Oh,
I was like,
I had the notification when we started. Beto's playing Skyrim.
yeah. So no, like I'm not playing it like 100%. Like I'm like when you see my hands, the controller's down and I'm talking to you guys, you know. But
Yeah.
me da cura because I was telling my friend Wesley, I was like, dude, I don't even want to make millions. I just want to make enough to pay my rent, enough for me to pay what I need to pay. You know, like if I was to do, because you know, it's not a secret. I work for Amazon, right? I only work 40 hours, and the thing is, those 40 hours they take out so much in taxes. So instead of getting $800-900 at the end of the week, I get like $600 out of $1,000 paycheck. You know what I mean? So like that 40%, I think it is going to taxes, and it's money that I could have used to fix my car, my transmission, and all this other stuff. So I was telling Wesley, I love the concept of, because I work Wednesday through Saturday, right? Saturday night, I spend time with my family, you know, get drunk or whatever. Sunday and Monday, it's like I'll do like 5 hours of playing video games, like streaming, and then I'll comment about what happened through my week or like what's been going on, and just make stupid ass questions and stories and stuff like that, or just start ranting like I rant with you guys. Like I was playing right now, and I wanted to say stupid shit like "Who the fuck are you, bitch?" and just start swinging. You know what I mean? Like that's what I do. Like I do my own stories in my head. So like, but sometimes I'll be like doing something. So right now that you guys were talking, I was listening to you guys. I can't hear the game at all. Like I can't hear what they're talking about. I have to read what they're doing. But if I read what they're doing, I can't listen to you guys. I block you guys out. So I was like, okay, fuck whatever's going on. I'll come back to this later, right? And then I'm thinking, what if I fucked myself over a story plot point just because I'm not paying attention, right? And I was like, well, if I was doing Twitch streaming, people would tell me like, no, don't do that because you're gonna end up doing blah blah blah, and I'd be like, shut up, bitch, and I'll just continue doing it. Like, damn, they told me not to do it. That's the first thing I did. So like, I have that comedy ability to do, right? Like, I'm able to do comedy. It's just that it's the unhinged type of comedy where I'll say shit that I'm not supposed to say, like I'll say words that I'm not supposed to say, right? I'm not gonna bother with it right now, right?
Yeah.
It's the heavy ones. But like what I recently started doing was in real life too. Like I'll be driving and people will piss me off, right? I'll be like, please don't make me say slurs. You know? And like I'll say that out loud. And it's like, so to remind myself, like, Beto, you cannot say anything and everything that pops into your mind. Control yourself, because like because I want to start teaching myself like, hey, like make sure that you're not saying XYZ words because you're gonna get demonetized, you're gonna get in trouble. I don't mind saying fuck, shit, bitch, like the main three, you know, there's maybe two more that I say on a fucking constant, right? But like I get creative with how I insult people. You know what I mean? Like I call my friends mongoloids sometimes, you know? like and like that's fucked up, you know, but like it's funny to me, right? Like I told a friend of mine, like, bro, shut up, you look half formed. I'm gonna call you Quasimodo. And he's like, what? And I was like, don't worry about it. And then later on he's like, did you call me Quasimodo because I have a hunch? And I'm like, no, because you're half formed. And he's just like, what? And I was like, that's what Quasimodo means. And he's like, no, Quasimodo is the hunchback. You're calling me a hunchback. And I'm like, no, the name Quasimodo is casi todo, as in almost complete, right? And he's like, no, and I'm like, you never watched the Bells of Notre Dame. Shut up! Like you don't know anything. And like I just went off on him, and like my friend was recording me, and it was just fucking hilarious how we were going back and forth, right? And I was like, this is why you're a freaking half-made Mongoloid, you fucking rat, you stupid little ferret. And I threw bread at him, and I was like, shut up, you know, like just like telling him, like I was just being mean. And he was trying to go for the jugular, but what he doesn't know is that I don't care much for fat jokes. Fat jokes are not funny to me. It's not that they're not funny; they're funny because they're funny, right? But they don't do much to me because I've heard every single one of them. You know what I mean?
I didn't just turn fat. I've been fat for the last 500 years.
Yeah, when people try to insult me, and I do get offended, but I also like know like, hey, like I could end this man's career. You know what I mean? Like I could say some horrendous things, but the thing is, the language that I have to use is so my lexicon has to change in order for me to really deliver the blow. These people are too stupid to understand it, so that's why I end up losing, because you're too stupid to understand the greatness of the grandeur of what I'm saying, right? And sometimes there's a language barrier, right? Because sometimes I don't want to answer you in English because it's too bland. You know what I mean? But in Spanish, oh, it just has that. It has that. Oh, I'm gonna cut into them, but I'm gonna cut into them like, oh, I'm gonna cut into them like into their fucking soul. You know what I mean? I told a friend one time, he was just talking all this nasty shit, and I'm like, hey, does your mom change the conversation when you walk into the room? Completely went over his head. And he's just like, yeah, she does. She doesn't want me to know her business. And I'm like, no, dumbass, she's talking shit on you. And he's like, no. And it's like, why do you think she changes the conversation? Why else would you change the conversation when someone walks into the room? And he's just like, you're fucked up. And I'm like, the fact that I had to explain it to you makes me feel like an asshole, because you obviously were so innocent in not knowing that your mom talks shit on you, boy. You know? And they were like, well, that's not true. And then they start having their own existential crisis. And I'm like, that's why you don't mess with me, because I will shit in places that will leave you confused for the rest of your lives. And also I quote. Also, sometimes I quote things like that was from a show, and the guy that said it was Lance Riddick. Long live the king. He was the voice actor for Commander Zavala in Destiny, one of the best games in the world, but not no more because it's turning into shit because Bungie needs money or whatever the fuck. Anyways, point taken. I make comments. You know what I mean? Like I make comments and I have quotes. And that's the thing about YouTube, that a lot of these quotes are from old YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I think we need to end it there because I think Mike has to get going.
Yeah, I gotta pick up my brother from.
So let us know
from
your favorite YouTubers down below and why it's us.
Yeah.
Let's go. But yeah, I mean, let us know what kind of content you're into, what type you like to watch, how'd you find this podcast? I guess that's also kind of curious. How'd you stumble upon us? Because this is random.
Yeah,
this is a random corner of the internet. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
Before you leave, remember, at 100 likes, we'll show our feet. No, 100 subscribers. It was 100 subscribers. Was it 100 subscribers or was it 1,000?
I think 100 was to show feet, and 1,000 was like the only.
You're stupid. Yeah. I'll do that. I don't care. I'll do it.
Full episode at 1,000 subs. We'll all be in bikinis.
Pause. No, I'll show my feet, but I ain't gonna be in no.
We'll do it a little kiddie pool episode in bathing suits at 1,000 subs.
Oh my god.
Start working on your summer bots, guys.
Alright, gotta start hitting the gym.
All right. Bye.
If you want to goon with us, you know what to do.
He gave you 2 sites in the beginning.
You can find us on those other sites very soon.
Get those get the better RPM or whatever it's called. Rate per minute.
All right.
Bye.
Oh,